Welcome back to the Success by Design show, where we talk to entrepreneurs that have designed their success. Today in our studios, we have Ben Stewart, 11-time karate kickboxing champion and founder and CEO of Property Stars. Ben, it's a pleasure to have you here in our studios today.
It's good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
We're talking about a champion state of mind. And the question I wanted to ask you was, what does it take to have a champion state of mind in business?
Okay, well, in business, I think it's the same as life. Really, to have a champion mindset, you need to have a why. For me, my why is my family. I've got a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old. I want to build a future for them. Every single day I get up, I can think about my why. Some people have a tough time putting in long days. Well, I have a really strong reason for that. So once you have your why in place, you can really start to move forward towards achieving goals, and that comes to your own personal development. To be a champion mind, you have to have a champion body, you have to have a champion health, things like, exactly, and the discipline.
So you've been successful in a few, you have a few companies, and you're 11-time karate champion. But when was your aha moment? When was the moment that you said, you know what, I've made it here. This is working out for me?
Well, I wouldn't say I've made it anywhere yet. I'm working on it. I mean, when people think that they've done something in the past and that defines them, I think they're dying. So for me, I like to always look to the future. But for me, an aha moment in business was a little bit different than in athletics. In athletics, it was realizing what the 95% of the population does. And in training, that might be taking time off, that might be resting, that might be not pushing themselves. So my instructor, Steve Nasty Anderson, really was a great champion himself, and he really focused on me and said, you need to be doing this, this, and this to get the results you want. Once I got that result in 2001 with my first world title, my belief was there. And once you have belief, you can repeat that belief. And that's one of the main reasons why I've been able to win multiple titles. It's not because I'm in better shape or I'm stronger. I believe I can do it. As far as business, my aha moment would have been 2004. I had been sick previous years, a couple of years from overwork. I'm running multiple businesses, karate school, kickboxing school.
I can imagine.
Landscaping business, trying to fight. I was doing too much. And I sat down with some advisors and we looked at my business, the model, the sales I make in the year, and we identified one direct sales model that I'd been working on but only doing 2 months of the year, and it was providing almost all my profits for the whole year. So at that moment I said, wait a second, what am I doing plowing snow and doing all these other things? So we refined our business down to our niche of what we did best, and since then we've been able to grow that company greatly.
It's a great model of the 80-20 rule.
Yes.
Right? That 20% of your activities actually equal your 80% of your results.
Yes.
Right? So you identified those 20% and then you started working on that.
Yeah. I teach my guys it's the 95-5 and the 199, but you're right. Yeah. I mean, if we were taking 20% of our effort and getting 80% of our results with our business, and that's the same thing with training. People can be training and doing a nutritional plan or whatever the case, but if they kind of go through the motions, they get lacking results. But if you're training and you're putting everything into it, you can get much more results in less time. So
now, for people out there's someone right now watching, and they want to have a champion state of mind.
Yes.
They want to be successful in health. They want to be successful in activities, relationships, business.
Yes.
What are 3 tips that you can offer for them right now that they can take and run with it?
For running a business? Well,
no,
or just in life general?
3 tips that you can offer that that creates a champion state of mind.
Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Don't look at other people. And look at yourself starting now, moving forward, not anything in the past. You hear too many times, and I mean, I deal with a lot of young kids coming up, college-age kids, and they're using their family background or something that's happened to them in their past as something that's holding them back. Anyone can decide today they want to be in good shape. Anyone can decide today they want to be healthy. Anyone can decide today they want to be successful, because all of the education's out there. So it really comes down to what you're willing to do. So number 1 would be look to yourself. Number 2 would be self-development. Invest in yourself, and that's what your show is all about, right? For myself, at the age of 20 or 21, I turned off the TV. I didn't watch TV for a decade. And by turning the TV off, I created time.
Did you find that you missed anything?
No.
It's so incredible, right?
Well, exactly. Once in a while, people say, "Have you heard about this show and Seinfeld and these other things?"
Have you heard about the Success by Design show?
Yeah, exactly. So I turned the TV off at 10 years. Probably don't want to say this on TV, but from there, I spent that time on self-education, reading thousands of books on whether it be sales, psychology, personal development, public speaking, whatever the case that's going to get me out of my comfort zone and growing myself. Once I grew myself, you can move forward. So that would be number 2 is self-development. Number 3, if you want to grow a business, you need to lead from the front. If you have a business, or if you're running a show or running, you need to have your staff, your people looking to you as someone they want to be or what they want to emulate. So that requires discipline. And some of the things I did in my life was I made a decision: I'll never drink alcohol. So I've never dropped a drop of alcohol in my life. Never smoke a cigarette. Things like this. These might be very simple things or things that might not apply to business, but for my mind, it's making that decision. So you make that decision, you make a decision that you're going to be disciplined, you're going to get up at this time every day, and you're going to work this long every day, and you're going to be focused, you'll get far in life.
So for people, do you find that people out there, they just, they say they want things. I want this, I want that, but they're just not, what is it? You think they're not trying or follow through? What is the problem? The follow through is what you said?
They don't have a burning desire.
Burning desire.
You need a burning desire.
Yeah.
It's amazing. People tell me about, I want to become a millionaire. I want to become this. I want to become that. Well, the education's out there. If someone wanted to be really good at science, there's enough science books to learn science. If you want to be good at business, it's the same way. For business owners, a lot of times I've found from my consulting and speaking with different owners, their biggest issue is they're really good at cutting hair, but they don't know how to sell hair.
Yeah. Right?
So in every business, if you don't know how to sell your product, if you're not really excited about selling your product, you better be really good at cutting hair. And that's the way you have to grow your business. You need to get out there, you need to be able to sell it and push yourself there. But discipline and burning desire.
Ben, thank you so much for coming on the show and teaching everybody out there how to be a champion. And I hope to see you sometime in the future here back on the show.
We will, for sure.
I don't know if you're going to watch this on television, but
I'll get my wife to turn it on. She'll tape it for me.
That was the Success by Design show, and thank you everybody for watching.